3. Baseball trick shots. Wait.
Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video, and it's gonna be the long list of all the tier 10s simply because we have a couple of containers in the shop right now. Don't mind me, I don't think they're worth it, but I know a lot of people are gonna try to gamble, and after they're gonna look after some reviews of these tanks. So I'm gonna try in a short period of time to review all these tanks, all of them. So 7 videos, I'm gonna do 1 per video because if I don't, it's gonna be really way too long. So we're gonna start with the VK90 01P because it's the most recent, the tank that was available for the Christmas event for the small price of $500. So, what do you need to know about this tank? In my opinion, the VK90 01P is the perfect combination between the VK7201K and the E100. It has the turret at the back of the tank, same as the VK7201K, and therefore it makes it a really good side scrape tank. And unlike the VK7201K, this one doesn't have, you know, the small areas around the turret cheeks on both sides that can be penetrated with gold, or if you have regular shells and you have a high penetration, for example a tank destroyer, you will go through as well without golds. So yeah, pretty much that's the tank for you, but we are going to talk back about the armor profile after. Let's first focus on the gun. There are multiple things to know about this one. First, it has an amazing gun dispersion. In my opinion, one of the best when you look at the average damage, which is 460 with the regular shells. Having 0.30 gun dispersion is quite amazing. Therefore, it's a really accurate tank. And when you're that accurate with that kind of average damage, you know it's gonna be a good gun. Now, for the average penetration, you have the best out of all the tier 10 heavies with the regular shells because you have 275, which will allow you in some situations to penetrate with regular shells where all the other heavies will have to penetrate with gold shells. Therefore, you will do more damage. As you all know, gold shells have less average damage than the regular shells. So that's the first thing. Now you have the APCR as well with 320 millimeters, which is enough to go through mostly everything. And now for the most interesting part, the gun turn limit. Up 10 degrees, down 10 degrees. So 10 degrees of gun depression. But if your gun is here, I'm gonna show you on the tank. That's gonna be easier for me. So if I put my tank like that, here, from here to here, you have 10 degrees of the gun depression. But when you put your gun here, just after this little difference of height between the first part of the hull and the second one, you will increase much more your gun depression, which is something quite interesting because it makes the tank even better and effective in side scrape because you will be actually able to penetrate and to shoot at people that are on your side here and here. That's pretty much what you need to know about the gun, and that is interesting. Now, for the mobility, traditional mobility of the engineer, I want to say German engineering at its finest, you are slow. And you will have to deal with it because if this tank had a really high mobility, it would be the most broken tank to ever hit the game. Now, just joking, it would still be the T49A, but you get the spirit. That's pretty much the tank for you. The rest is not really worth talking about. You have a low turn rate, which is normal and expected from a German super heavy tank, and the armor on the turret, which is quite amazing. But let's talk directly about the tank in Armor Inspector so I can show you all the things there is to know. So here you go with the armor profile of the tank, and without touching anything, you see that it's really well armored. If you take a look at the turret cheeks, it's really fat. You have more than 300 millimeters. Just be aware of something. People can actually penetrate your turret cheeks, but it's really a small part of the tank. It's only here, so it's just a little band, and therefore it's gonna be really hard for your enemies to penetrate that. Maybe one thing to notice as well, the cupola is not a weak spot. Definitely not. 300 millimeters. You still have this place here if you manage to put it right there, but I think it counts as not spaced armor, but as an auto bounce. You will maybe destroy something, a module of the tank, the viewer, but that's pretty much all. You will not take damage. That's it for the turret. Also, you have this side here, but it's impenetrable for pretty much everything. Now for the upper part of the armor, really armored as well. Just look at this, 370 millimeters all over the place. Now the only weak spot here. And weak spot, I mean, you still have 246 millimeters, which is quite a lot. That's it for the armor profile. Now we should talk a little bit about the gun. When you're frontally like that, you only have 4 degrees, like the software is saying. But as I told you, if you turn if you turn it here, you have a little bit more, as you don't have this upper plate that is blocking. But if you turn it even more, for example here, it's way easier for you to actually get a good gun depression, because here you are not blocked by the upper part of the tank right there, because as you can see, there is a height difference between here and here. That's pretty much why when you're playing with this tank, you want to side scrape, because when you side scrape, you have much more gun depression. Problem is, when you're angling like that, it's still hard to penetrate you, but if the enemies go for a gold shell, they will penetrate. You need to be aware of that, because it means that when you are side scraping, you need to put your tank like this, and you wait for your enemy to shoot, and as soon as the enemy shoots, you go out of your position, you use your 10 degrees of gun depression, and here you can angle just to be sure not to get penetrated. Now for the rest of the tank, it's pretty common, everybody will go through, even if you still have quite a strong armor. I mean, you're not gonna get penetrated by HE shells, even from the side, the rear, everywhere. So overall, a really strong tank in terms of armor. So now, concerning the playstyle, as I told you, with this tank, there are 2 ways of playing it. The side scrape, which is the hardest one because you have to deal with the difference of gun depression between your frontal armor and your side. But you could also try some hull down. The main problem with the hull down is that your tank is really high and big, and therefore it's going to be quite hard for you to find a position from which you can shoot only your turret. But we can give it a try if we have the good map here. Here I don't think we do. We might try to go middle. We're gonna try to go to the middle, because from the middle I can both hull down and side scrape, so I can show you both methods. Even if I think by now, for those of you following the channel, you already know how to play. You already know what hull down means, what side scrape means. But if you want me to do a video on this, the tactics, just tell me. It doesn't take too long to do. Here we go. I'm not gonna try. Oh, well, you know what? I could. I have 0.30 gun depression. Yeah, nice. Went through. And I just realized I completely forgot to show you my equipment, so we're gonna do it after the game. We're gonna do it after the game, so I can just tell you and explain to you my. That's gonna hurt if they stay here. That's gonna hurt if the Progetto and AMX-50B don't try to circle and they just wait for their complete reload. I should go back. Map awareness, boys. Map awareness. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the back. Can we maybe sneak a shot on the WZ before leaving? Yes, we can. And I'm not even Barack Obama. What a joke. Okay, so I can't move. I literally can't move, and as I can move, why move when I can just flip some shots? Okay, nice. He bounced once again. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck here. I'm a little bit stuck. Yeah, he missed. Yeah, I told you, you have a really strong armor. Even using gold shells, people are still gonna miss some shots on you. Yeah, we took the shot in the ammo. That's where the ammo is located, for those of you wondering. Nice. We didn't track him. Okay. Nice, he missed. Okay, I don't think Progetto is gonna come back from this. Wow, look at this. I am a beast. The bouncing beast. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna push the WZ. I don't have the choice. I'm probably gonna take a shot in the process from the Object 268. No. Oh, no, I didn't take it. Nice. Okay, time to pop adrenaline. As long as we're face hugging, I don't think we're gonna get penetrated, to be fair. So here we go for the cupola, which is something the WZ can do. Yeah, we're gonna take the shot from the 268. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do against that. Or maybe I can actually... Oh, I managed to actually not take it by side scraping, reverse side scraping. Oh boy. Isn't that a good game? For the moment, it's good. Okay, 268 decided to stop. 268 said, no, fuck that. It's not my fight. That's what he said? No? Oh, no, he's still here. Okay, never mind. There is the Progetto as well. I don't want to be bothered by the Progetto, so I'm probably going to go only for the 268 for the moment. We're sneaking another shot. Side scrape, boys. Do not forget, side scrape all the time. God damn it, that 268, it's either he's really, really bad or he has a really, really bad connection. Oh, yeah, okay, that's the connection. Okay, he really has a bad connection. I'm sorry for you, 268. Don't tell me we're gonna win like that. Come on, are you fucking kidding me? I would have loved to be able to actually do something. But yeah, sometimes you gotta win like this. Okay, friendly captured. It worked perfectly because it showed you the strength of the tanks. I'm gonna keep that game and only go for one because I went for all down, side scrape. But pretty much, you were really armored, as you can see. 5k damage. And you're also doing a lot of credits because this one is actually the credit coefficient of the premium tank. It's not like the T22 medium, which is just OP but doesn't bring credits on. Now for the equipments, as I forgot before, I go first for the gun rammer because I think you already have enough penetration, because you have one of the best penetration out there. Also, I go for the enhanced gun line drive to reduce my aiming time, and finally the refined gun to increase a little bit more my gun dispersion, which was already great from the start, but I would rather have a little bit more gun dispersion because you're never gonna shoot while being on the move with this tank. After I go for the defense system because I'm not gonna ram anybody. Improved assembly. I could go for the enhanced armor actually. You could go for one of them, but I would rather get the improved assembly because I think that people are gonna spam gold at you regardless. So even if you're using enhanced armor, even if you have 4% more armor, you're still gonna get penetrated by people that will spam gold at you. So I would rather have more H points. After I go for the toolbox, which is my go-to equipment because an instruct is worthless. Improved optics because I'm not gonna camp, I don't need a camo. Engine accelerator, overall my mobility sucks, so let's improve it as much as possible. And finally, high-end consumable to use adrenaline on a longer period of time. But I could also go for the consumable delivery system, in fact. But I'm more comfortable with the high-end consumable on this one. That's pretty much my review of the VK. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. I know usually I do 2 games, but here I don't have the time if I want to review all of them. So see you as soon as possible, probably in a stream, probably in a video, probably on YouTube. Thank you, guys.